As you can see, I have my steels here. Got 15N20 and 1095. Now the reason you use this, for people who don't understand the Damascus process, is 15N20's got a higher nickel content than the 1095, so that when you come to etch this, which is basically using acids to remove the surface of the steel, and a ferric chloride is the one you use for this, but to be honest with you, you could use many different acids, I think. What tends to happen is it will etch the carbon steel more than the nickel steel, if that makes sense. Okay, so the one with the less nickel will get etched quicker, so therefore that's what gives you your Damascus pattern. So the idea is, as you can see, I don't know if you can see the lines, I'm sure you can. We're going to cut this up. I'm going to do a 10 layer billet. I did 8 last time, I'm going to try 10. It's a bit harder. And then the idea is I will clean all these pieces up, we'll weld them all together into a block, and then we'll start beating the crap out of it basically. But I'll show you, go through the process. I won't talk much on this because you know, you'll see what I'm doing. Right, so there you go. That's 15N20 and that's your 1095. So that's all cut now. Now the next stage is to clean these up. Nice clean faces, which I'll do obviously in the grinder. Get them nice and clean. And then we'll use acetone, put them in there to give them a really good clean before we stack them. And then it's a case of welding. So here we go. Right, that's all cleaned now. That's all the 1095 there, and that's a 15N20. So obviously the next stage now is just to give it a good clean, tidy it up, and then we're ready for some welding. Right, they're all cleaned. Now it's just a case of stacking it. Obviously, one. You'd be surprised. Now this is a 10 piece billet, so I don't know, we'll see. It might be a bit too hard for me to do. If it is, I'll make it to an 8. That's your billet size there, that, you know, so doesn't look a lot, but when you're moving that by hand, that's a big old lump of metal. But I think we'll have a go. So there we are. Next stage is to clamp it all up and weld it. Right, I'm going to weld this up. Now, I'm not a welder. It's probably the second time I've ever done any welding. So, you know, it's not going to be tidy. It's not going to be nice, but hopefully it'll do the job. Well, there you go. That's my shit welding. You can see I am not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but to be honest with you, that should be, maybe I'll put one more there actually, but that should be enough to hold it all. And then it's just a case of welding my stick on, and then off we go. Now what I'm doing is bringing the block up the temperature slowly, and then Sorry about this. Hang on 2 seconds. As you can see, you do it in certain stages. This is just for demo really. Flux it with borax. So what I've done, I've warmed this up, not even to red to start, just like, you know, just warmed it up, put borax on to get it going straight away. And now I've done it a couple more times as it heats up through, just to make sure I've got plenty of flux in there. Now I'm going to bring it up to welding temperature, and then literally what we'll do is set the welds on the anvil. Now the idea of this is you're just gently tapping it to start with, adding more borax, because you want to set the welds. You don't want to make the plates slide by hitting them too hard. That's what I've been told anyway. I don't know if you can see it, but borax starts to dance. That's a good indication when you're pretty much up to welding temperature. So I think we're almost there now. Right. So you can see what I did there. Just gentle taps on the first one. Probably do this 2 or 3 times, and in between I'm fluxing again. So come back to me in a minute when we've done that. Hopefully it works. Right, I think we're getting there. As you can see, I've set the welds. I think we're okay there. It's looking pretty good. So now it's just a case of drawing it out. This is where the work begins. As you can see, I'm drawing it out now. It's coming out quite well. So this will be the first one, obviously. So I'll draw out, then I'll cut this in half, clean it all up, and then put it back through again, and that will give me 20 layers.